What's up? What's up, everybody? Oh, buddy, when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. Now, here's the weird thing about this. Okay. I was gonna do this last night, but I had to get some sleep. Here's the weird thing about this whole procedure right here. KD, that's Dave Chappelle. I don't know who told you that, but that is Dave Chappelle. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this. People went out their way to try to defend Kevin Hart against Cat Williams and went ahead and found this on Dave Chappelle, who's really good friends with Kevin Hart. So I'm like, oh, okay. Dave's cool with Cat and he's cool with Kevin Hart. He's really cool with Kevin. So now this whole thing has exploded in people's faces. They feel like, oh my God, I'm shocked. This is unbelievable. I can't believe this happened and took place. They made fun of a skit of Howard Stern in the Howard Stern show.
Robin's going to do the news, and we
He's
got some
playing
great
the
guests.
woman, Robin, that beats on Howard Stern show.
So much.
Dave Chappelle.
I think I paid them too much, jerks. All right, let's play a new video of Baba Boobie's Bonanza. Robin, you show the tape. What do you think of it?
Well, Howard,
Hey, Robin, what's the matter with you? You have a cold?
as a matter of fact, I do.
Really? Probably a chest cold. Hey, Robin.
Okay. We're going to try to blow this up something bigger, but I think this is as big as this is going to get. Now, they said Chappelle said he never wore a dress. I'm like, I don't remember him ever saying that. But everybody on the internet seemed to believe he said he never
We got some
wore a
great
dress.
guests coming in. Hey, what are you guys laughing at so much? I think I paid them too much, jerks. All right, let's play a new video of Baba Boobie's Bonanza. Robin, you show the tape. What do you think of it?
Well, Howard,
Hey, Robin, what's the matter with you? You have a cold?
as a matter of fact, I do.
Really? Probably a chest cold. Hey, Robin, you take a temperature?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just stick the thermometer.
So while he's making fun of a black woman, and they were making fun of Howard Stern and the black woman Gail. Seriously. Gail was called everything. That's weird. I'm having incredible technical difficulty here. Now, is it Robin? Robin Quivers or something like that? Okay. We're having a lot of technical issues here. And I don't know why.
Additionally, on Tuesday,
All right, fine.
We're gonna do the news, and we got some great guests coming in. Hey, what are you guys laughing at so much? I think I paid them too much, jerks. All right, let's plug a new video of Baba Boobie's Bonanza. Well, you show the tape. What do you think of it?
Well, Howard,
Hey, Robin, what's the matter with you? You have a goal?
as a matter of fact, I do.
So this is back in 93. That doesn't look like Dave. It's 100% Dave Chappelle. As a matter of fact, okay, I think they're sabotaging this as we're trying to get this going. I mean, seriously, they're really trying to halt this. Unbelievable. Well, it's believable. Boom. As you can see, that is completely Dave Chappelle. We all was aware of Robin Hood Men in Tights when he was dressed up as one of the women. We've shown that plenty of times. Now, Dave Chappelle, as this has resurfaced, and by them trying to right now sabotage this video, lets me know for sure that's Dave. Believe me, they're trying to submerge this video down as we speak. This was 1993 skit with Dave Chappelle. Absolutely, people. Yes, he was playing Robin Givers, um, the person that stands next to Howard Stern. And I don't know who this crew is. Must be some comedic friends of his, as they made fun of the Howard Stern show. And this was a break for Chappelle to play Robin in the skit, because Robin is a black woman. So, of course, he's the only black guy in his group. So he played Robin with, of course, his other friends were not qualified to play Robin. So having him play Robin, Oh yes, they don't want y'all watching this. Definitely not from me. That's why I'm met with a lot of contention right now. Absolutely. I feel what you guys are feeling. Complete spam and sabotage. Well, the people who are doing damage control are doing this. I'm not the guy who released this. They were trying to defend Kevin Hart wearing a dress and found David Chappelle wearing a dress, not knowing Kevin Hart and David Chappelle are really friends. But they said they believed because of what Dave said on Oprah that Dave never wore a dress. But Dave had wore a dress on Robin Hood Men in Tights. In a comedy movie, they was all dressed up like the women, the wives, all the men. And Dave Chappelle was one. That was like one of his first major acting gigs. Um, no, I think people misunderstood what Dave was saying. Dave was saying that's been done. There was no need for him to do that. He's not going to wear another dress again. He's done that early in his career. He don't have to do that no more. And when he got to that point, they were trying to imply that he wear the dress again. And in Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence, and he's like, no, not going to wear a dress. There's no need for it. Why would I put on a dress? For what? This was not originally in the script. You guys just wrote this in here at the last second, and then they had another scene they wrote up till they end up removing all the scenes and just had him just being released outside. Like that's all it needed to be. So he never said he never was in a dress. I don't know. People just took that as that and ran with it. When did Dave Chappelle say he was never in a dress? Because everybody's seen Robin Hood Men's in Tights. He's never said that he never was in a dress. You guys made that analogy. But what people didn't see was this skit here where he played Robin in this Howard Stern imitation thing. Well, black people didn't like they didn't like they didn't like Robin anyway. They felt she was Howard's laughing hyena. She was there to just laugh at all of his racially insensitive jokes and all of those things. So they really despised her. They're doing everything in their power to submerge this video down. As you see, this video is having a hard time going anywhere. No, that's a guy pretending to be Howard. As they went back and forth with this routine of theirs, doing this skit and doing this show.
Damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
Robin's gonna do the news, and we got some great guests coming in. Hey, what are you guys laughing at so much? I think I paid them too much, jerks. All right, let's plug a new video of Baba Boobie's Bonanza. Robin, you show the tape. What do you think of it?
Well, Howard,
Hey, Robin, what's the matter with you? You have a cold?
as a matter of fact, I do.
Really? Probably a chest cold. Hey, Robin, you taking temperature?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just stick the thermometer.
Additionally, on Tuesday, Netflix released Dave Chappelle's latest stand-up comedy.
So, as you can see, well, when you get to certain heights in Hollywood, they try to find a way to sabotage you. And they'll dig up what I told you, they got files on people. In the climate of what everybody's in, Chappelle didn't want anybody to see this. This is back in 93, and it doesn't mean a damn thing. But in today's climate, they like, oh, they got Dave. You hear that a lot. They got Dave, man. How did they gonna get Dave like that? People couldn't believe it. When they saw this clip, when I first saw it, I said, oh, okay. Might have been an early project, something they were doing. They were doing a funny skit of the Howard Stern show. They was making fun of Gail boobs, because Howard always making fun of her boobs on the show. And nobody black really liked Gail anyway. I mean, not Gail, but Robin. They don't like Gail either, but you know. Well, when you have a situation that's on the table where people don't understand the plight of what's happening. Yeah, well, Dave Chappelle, and this is why I try to tell people all the time. Be careful of who you choose as your heroes. Now, Howard Stern and Dave Chappelle really didn't get along that well. He thought Howard Stern should be ashamed of his response. But you got to understand something about Dave Chappelle that I think people have a hard time understanding. Dave Chappelle may appear to be black to you, right? But let's go into detail about Dave. Dave is black, but Dave Chappelle ain't really done anything black for anybody. Like, for real. Dave grew up in his 20s, and that was about the last time he been like in the hood around blacks. Dave ain't from the hood. Okay? Dave is black when he get in trouble. Dave hang around white folks in Cleveland. He hangs around white people 24 hours a day. He married a Filipino. Nothing wrong with marrying a Filipino. But Dave married a Filipino. All them black women around him, he chose the Philippines. Before that, Dave had dated a white girl. So what I'm saying to you is, when there were issues going on, where was Dave Chappelle? Hiding. When issues happened in Hollywood, he got scared. He ran and took a flight straight to Africa. You know why they do that? When they realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm black. They treat me like I'm just black. And you ain't got no black people you could lean on and relate to, not even your own family, because they Filipino. You get on a plane and go to Africa. Why? Because he got family members in Africa. But he fled. Is what I'm trying to say is y'all made him the voice of pro-black people. And it's not true. He's just a comedian and he's funny. And there's nothing wrong with that. You guys titled Dave Chappelle your savior. You the one titled Dave, the one that's speaking for. Dave has never claimed he was speaking for black people. He didn't march in the streets for rights for nobody. He didn't go in there when they was doing this. He only became that guy in everybody's eyes once Hollywood came after the show and Dave ran away and everybody ran to Dave. Hey, they trying to do that to the black man. And of course, because we see injustice, we respond and react. But the truth of the matter is, Dave has never been around for anything black. Still now. Dave hides in Ohio and chill with his white friends. And that's it. His white friends betrayed him. Brothers didn't betray him. When he had the Chappelle show, Dave Brenneman betrayed him. They all betrayed him. And what happens? He's back friends with Brenneman now. So his black people didn't betray him, but he was mad at Charlie Murphy and all the rest of the comedians on the show for continuing the show. They ain't getting Dave money. They like, look, we got we got kids to feed. We got families too, Dave. We can't just take off. I don't hate Dave Chappelle, Mimi. I'm just not somebody who's a prisoner of celebrity. This is not about hating on Dave Chappelle. See, that's where you're missing. I think you're missing the point. Dave Chappelle can be friends with everybody. He's just a comedian. Okay? That's his job, to make people laugh. He doesn't want to be an activist. Stop trying to make Dave Chappelle an activist. Stop trying to make him the voice for black people. He's not. He's a comedian. Dave is always, he's been in a dress before. But someone said this ain't Dave. They just don't want to believe it. I understand you don't want to believe it.
Addition.
You don't believe that's Dave Chappelle, then there's definitely something wrong with you. You're in total denial because that is nobody but Dave Chappelle playing that role.
Let's play a new video about Booby's Banana. Robin, you show the tape. What do you think of it?
Well, Howard,
Hey, Robin, what's the matter with you? You have a cold?
as a matter of fact, I do.
That's in 1993, Dave Chappelle. So I'm saying there's no need to get mad at me. I never liked Robin Hood Men in Tights, but nobody complained about him being in a dress. But we always knew he was in it. It don't mean anything. So I think you're confused because once again, you're choosing sides in a situation and not looking at the situation or listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You think I'm attacking Dave Chappelle. I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth. He's not your savior. Okay, he's not the voice of black people. Stop putting him on a pedestal. He didn't make a movement and start a revolution. He did not. He's a comedian. He's a damn good comedian. One of the best out there. Just put people in their proper perspective. Stop putting them up on pedestals. Dave did that early in his career. He never said he didn't wear a dress before. Never have you ever heard Dave Chappelle ever say he never wore a dress. He just wasn't going to wear one again. And definitely when it was definitely unnecessary for him to wear one. Now he's in a position where he doesn't have to wear a dress again. So that's the point we were at. That's Dave Chappelle, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know what you talking about. That ain't Dave. That's Dave. Dave had the earrings, the lipstick, the whole nine. And somebody seemed to care about my video because they didn't sabotage this whole video since we started it. Now, this ain't like Dave wasn't kissing nobody while he was dressed as a woman. Not like, your boy Kevin Hart. Well, when you see things that are compromised, you start to realize, there's a bigger problem here. As I'm looking at all this right now, compromise. Mm-hmm. No, he's not. No, they're not saviors. What rights have you seen Dave fight for? Dave have not fought for any rights involving black folks. Dave is surrounded by white folks. The only black folks he's surrounded by are comedians that are black. That's it. Hey, Melanie, it's good to see you again. I'm talking about this one, Mimi. They're not letting this one go out. They stopped the line of traffic by spamming what was actually happening here. On my end, I could tell when something's not working correctly. This isn't working correctly. Oh, Vin Rain, stay in a dress. I mean, once you let somebody plow you from the back in Pulp Fiction, you know, y'all didn't realize Debo had that role. Tiny Lister, who played Zeus, Debo, he was Marcellus Wallace in Pulp Fiction. He had the role. It was his. Quentin Tarantino hired him for the role. And it got to the part he's reading the script and he's seeing the scene. He was like, "Are you actually filming this?" He was, "Oh, no, dog. Nah. Ain't nobody bending me over. Nah. Ain't nobody gonna believe no scrawny little white man finna bend me over. I don't care what kind of drugs or whatever they use. Nobody gonna believe that." And he tried to say, "Hey, you can work around it, but we can't film that. Nah, that ain't happening with me." And he said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to recast the part then. And he's like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Thank you for the opportunity. And he walked away. And if you want to know why Vin Rings took the part, you got to go to the Patreon. Because we exposed the whole thing. See, Cat Williams told y'all about the meeting, about the Illuminati meeting, right? Oh, that rabbit hole gets a lot deeper. And we gave you names. We gave you the locations and we gave you the names. And it's people you never even expected. That was right in your face the whole time. And then you'll start to see why all this stuff makes sense. Why it started lining up. And this is what Cat Williams was saying, but not trying to say it. Cat is very smart in how he was delivering his information. See, what Cat Williams said was, there was a meeting. It was me and Ludacris there. And that's basically all he was going to share. He's not trying to get canceled. Cancel. Like, he knows what's going on. We did a whole breakdown on the Zeus role with Vince McMahon and all that. We did all of those things. Linda McMillan, that's Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle in 1993, that's definitely him. 100%, that's Dave. Well, what they're doing right now is locking up my PC. Well, he understood what Dave went through. And they saying, why you praising Dave? Why you dissing Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart was kissing men. Dave Chappelle wasn't. I'm going to let y'all listen to this. And then we going to come right back. Because people are doing some sabotaging BS right now. And we've been getting through it. They've been coming with straight sad, but tall. So listen to this.
I should have never worn these shoes. It's gonna match my purse. Lincoln, fix your boobs. You look like a bleeding Picasso.
Welcome back to the channel once again, fam. I'm your host, Baritone Bliss, but this is Dirt TV. And we're gonna get right on into it because it's still kind of a lot to process, but yeah, Cat Williamson went in.
But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, these brothers gotta wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin. Yeah. The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, you got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on. And, what? The prostitute?
Thank y'all for sticking around. What we had to do was reset the entire PC because I told y'all they were messing it up big time. They even tried to find a way to try to sabotage, to hack my YouTube channel. So we went ahead and shut it all down, reset everything. Now we back. Everything's working. You see how they try to do? You see how they try to do you? Yeah, they tried to take your boy down. You see that? I told you they play a dirty game. Now, when I showed yesterday about Kevin Hart and his situation, it was the first time, or a lot of people have seen Kevin Hart in that skit, and everybody's doing damage control. When I showed that, they was, what the hell? Kevin Hart is kissing a man. You haven't seen Dave Chappelle kiss a man. So they're going to have to resurface something else if they expect that to take place. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. You remember this? I do. You remember Get Smart, right? Man, they fixed this whole thing for Michigan. So, of course, I'm not too happy. Let me show you Get Smart. You remember Get Smart? There it is right there. Steve Cottrell and The Rock was in this movie. Get Smart. Right? And what happened in this film? The Rock ends up kissing this man in the film. Him and Kim, they all in there kissing each other. There it is. Because they knew most of the black audience was not going to watch Get Smart. None of the Rock people were going to be lined up to go watch Get Smart. How many of y'all went to the movies? He said, we used to laugh at the bigger jokes when men wore dresses. What happened to us? Like I told you, if it's funny and you ain't in trouble. You see, you acting like this. When have we talked about men in dresses? We seeing men kissing men. Yep. And that's what we were talking about. So when that narrative became the case, then everybody mad at me like I'm attacking Dave Chappelle. And I'm like, this resurfaced already. I ain't the one that went looking for it. They tried to defend Kevin Hart by saying, look, Dave in a dress too. Dave ain't kissing niggas. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Y'all don't get it. Dave is not a savior of black people. Okay? Dave is a comedian. They have a lot of Jewish and white friends. Why do you think Dave could say this? He say, and nothing happens to Dave. Okay? Nothing happens to Dave. Do you think Dave could continually go after trans people in comedy and say what he want to say and nothing happens to Dave? You notice that? Nothing happens to Dave. If Cat Williams said anything about trans people, what's going to happen to Cat? If Kevin Hart said those jokes, what's going to happen to Kevin Hart? Dave? Right. He has a Filipino wife. And before that, he dated a white girl. He dated a white girl who was another stand-up comic. Dave messed, I don't know if they were a couple, but they messed around and was dating. Or if you want to call that dating. But they both were stand-up comics. Well, no, I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but they were in San Francisco. That's because people can't get past their illusions. Your illusions blind you. People arrogance blind them. People hate to be wrong. So when something happens or somebody give you information, they don't have a personal thing into it, but it's personal to you. We've already discussed that. The Wayans brothers wore that. What's up? That's Dorian Williams. Right. Big Mama House is funny. Joanna Man sucked. Right. You wore a dress for nothing. It did nothing for the movie. The movie was terrible. Because we made Dave the savior of black people. He was fighting the cause for the people. So they don't want to uproar from the people. If they do something to Dave, black people gonna react. Black people love Dave, but so does white people. They love Dave. And they were like, man, what y'all doing to Dave? It was more white people upset. They love the Chappelle show. They was, man, what y'all doing to Dave? Malik Yorba did more than wear a dress. Okay, we'll get into that a little later, but he did a lot more than wear a dress. They were New York undercover for real. Both of them. Officer Torres, yeah. Both of them. Yeah, so if you was on the Casino for Life Patreon, y'all learned the truth yesterday. Y'all finally got the Jay-Z video y'all wanted to see about the Dynasty album. Over 20 years ago, that album came out, and that was the first time you get to see Jay-Z curtailing himself for white folks. And that was the start of him getting away from Dame Dash. This was in 1993. It means nothing. Dave Chappelle was doing a skit, and he played Rhonda. What's that? Rhonda Robin. I'm sorry, Robin Livers. They've been together for years. Robin Quivers. I'm sorry, and she went through years of abuse. Black women attacked her left and right for being his laughing hyena, as he would say demeaning jokes towards black people, and she would be right there laughing 24/7. I wasn't a huge fan of Howard Stern's show because I just knew it was just white Jewish privilege at its finest. He got to say and do whatever he want, and he could demean anybody, and they would allow it. Anybody else would have been fired, completely fired from their position. Yeah, so they were making fun of her big boobs and all of that. During the skit, and making fun of Howard and just how lame he is as a host. That was what the joke in the skit was about. They were clowning Howard Stern. But in today's era, that's what people focus on the most is, oh, look at that. He dressed up as a woman, not knowing he was imitating, Robin. Even though if you watch the whole skit, that's what he's doing. Well, the thing is that like I said, you're not in any trouble if it works. When it don't work, that's when the trouble seems to find you. As you see right here, Howard Stern and Robin, that's who they were imitating. They worked together for about 30, 40 years. And she was known as Howard's little hyena, always laughing at everything he did. And he would say some of the most egregious things on the air. Like, y'all don't know what Howard used to be like prior to all of this. We're so focused about who wore the dress. He wore the dress and this and that, but we ain't focusing about they got straight men kissing on each other for no reason. Like it has nothing to do with the plot. I could see if they were playing a gay man in the movie or they was doing the acting role, then it would make sense for it to be in the movie. But when you got two heterosexual characters in the movie with two heterosexual men playing that, and then you're making them kiss, what's the point? How is that funny? I don't get it. There was no reason. There was no reason whatsoever for those two to kiss. The Rock and Kevin Hart. That's all I'm saying. So let me see what all damage they've done to my PC. We're gonna get out of here. So let me go ahead and try to fix everything they've done. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bust Life. I was watching his video earlier before I passed out. And I was like passed out in the middle of him, in the middle of the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of everything on my end. Oh, rightfully so. Denzel was rightfully, on point for that. And he's at a point where he don't have to play those type of roles. But who knows what he did coming up in Broadway and on stage or anywhere else. So you never know. They got files on everybody. So let me get up out of here. I'm gonna reconvene with y'all later. I saw Jose video, Jose Rodriguez, Jag Sports, Jose Rodriguez. Welcome to HD channel, IITV, Ticket TV. What's up? And I'm out.